Welcome to Moonlight Truths Tarot. I am Mama Soul Lily. It is a pleasure to have you here with me. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. Um, I have to come right into this because there's a strong energy within the subconscious dream space or within your you're either were dreaming this or this is something that your subconscious is trying to move or push forward. It's coming to me as a dream, the dream space of the subconscious. And because a lot of people aren't remembering their dreams, however, there's this long path, and on the side of the path, I'm seeing trees, but it's like everything is in a negative, um, to a photo. When you back in the day, they would develop the photos and the solutions and stuff like that. They would have the negative and the light parts. So the light would appear to be dark and the dark would appear to be light. And certain areas of skin tone or certain colors turned out to be like a gray or different shades of gray. So this is how the scene is looking. And it's almost like it widens. It's like the trees go in and out. But then in front of me, what I'm seeing is like the Shaolin temple, like a Buddhist temple, or like some stairs that goes up, but then I'm seeing like that shape in the roofing. Um, but then I'm seeing another shift. So that's one temple, um, dream space that I'm picking up on. And then I'm also seeing like a Yabba hut, like a mud hut, but I'm seeing like trees in the back horizon, and it's almost like there's this halo of light that shines into the trees, but you can see this mud hut type thing, but you can't completely get all of the details to it. But then there's a streak beam, like a beam of light from that halo of light that's shining into the abyss of the trees. But you can see kind of over here that there's a hut or like some type of smoke chimney. Either which way, there's a beam of light that's shining, that's shooting from this piece, and it's leading somewhere. It's taking you somewhere. However, temple and retreat, because the Yoda hut, because that's how I keep hearing it. The Yoda hut, I don't know what that is. Yabba hut, Yoda hut, I don't know. It feels like the retreat. However, if you're dreaming of these things, these are symbols that are suggesting a quest. That beam of light from the halo. It's almost like when you take a magnifying glass and you reflect it, and so the magnifying glass creates that halo with the sun, but then the magnifying glass has that part where it beams the light, like the intensity. So it's almost like it's part of the direction within your enlightenment or the direction within your journey, whew, that is meant for you to go or for you to connect with. That is either for a part of your shadow or a part of your light or a part of um, a dynamic of your ego or your higher self. I'm having a moment. I don't know why I keep having these moments. But then when I came to hit the play, um, the archetypes kept coming in. Archetypes. So I got my archetype deck because this particular temple or whatever it is, this archetype is kind of like the area of approach or the area, steaming up my glasses, or the area for you to lead yourself to. You're either were already in the pursuit of, or this is what will be coming to manifest. Why am I? Huh. That's not helping. It's not cool enough. There's something significant within your spiritual growth and development. It's almost like a feeling of retreat, retract, retreat, retract, retreat, to retract, to collect. The engineer. The engineer, that's giving me musician energy, architectural architect type energy. Oh, I do have my fan. I'm burning up. That's why I'll be half undressed when I be in some of my other videos, because I channel energy. I get hot. I burn the hell up. I don't know. Plus, I'm going through a lot of metamorphosis myself. Anywho, I haven't had this in a while, where I do messages and I get these meltdowns. Like the mitochondria is active at the wrong time. We're doing something to the macro cellular level. Macro, micro. There you go. Cool me down. What I am hearing is that some of you are having extreme night sweats. You're waking up and you're sweaty. The mechanics, the mechanics to lead, the engineer, the athlete, the physical body. Let's get some more cards. Do we want to go here? Let's go to the 1 and 8. I'm detoxing. Well, it is still a detox. Changing certain things within my diet. Yeah, the engineer is the resolution. That's like the rebel, the Aquarius type energy, but it's also the energy of the Leo. Yeah, that's the master builder. That's the fixed energy. The opposite axis of Aquarius is Leo. The resolution to your dilemma, to your situation, it sits within the temple. It sits within the retreat, to retract, within reflection. So there's practical ideas or practical expressions that you have the ability to achieve to whatever situation or dilemma that you're experiencing right now. There is a strong sense for meditation or to seek divine insight. The mechanics, the engineer, the mechanics, the resolution. So if this is a dream space, this is what this is saying to you. This is the light beam that I'm seeing shooting from because it looks like a kind of like that there, kind of like the part in the middle, more kind of bending out, like arching out, right? And then there's like a line of light that's like shooting, but it's like I can't see what's on the other side. hmm. Is that what we want to ask? What's on the other side? Because it really feels like the master teachers, like the ascendant teachers, like the ascendant masters, is really, especially with that Shaolin temple type thing. But then I'm also, it kind of switches on me to like a cathedral type front with like this big, massive, I don't know what the shit called, roof or whatever, with the columns and stuff. And it still has these stairs that leads to take you up. But the first one is like the holographic image, but it's appearing as the negative to a picture. I don't know if this is the deck. Supreme. There's something within the inner peace. The inner peace. Meet me at the crossroads. Bum, 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 bum. Forked road. That's the yin. That's the peace sign, and you the one standing in the middle. And look, 7 and Capricorn. That's the structure, the engineer, the practical, to bring things into resolve, to take a dilemma and strategize. The structure. That's Capricorn. That's the structure for the people. 7 is the descendant, which is the house of Libra. It says direction change, options, free will choice, opportunities, alternatives, the moment of truth. So that's what that's going to lead. On the other side, it's going to lead you to the moment of truth. So it's like you got to come from the crossroad, meaning you got to retract inward in order to go in to your higher self, into uh, the multidimensional aspects of self. You need to go into. So it's like you need to go into the darkness of the mind, into the depth of the mind, to seek out the inner peace, to seek out the resolution, to seek out the practical steps that is needed for you, because you're got your fingers crossed behind your back. You just like that's two. Something with the 2 of wands came out in the other message. The, the door, the pathway, the direction. It doesn't matter. Just go. What you do know, what you do know is that in order to find and collect the truth, to find the answers that you need, you have to retreat and retract inward, not outward, to go to a football game or to go to the mall or go to hang out with Johnny and Susie or to go and do this and go and do that. That's running away from it. That's running away from making the necessary observations and changes that you need to change, or show you where your pivotal points are, okay? Or your turning points, where it is that, oh, dag, I did that, or dag, I shouldn't have did that. I should be going this way. So it's like distraction. And this may be why this temple image and the beam of light is important, because it's taking you somewhere and it's wanting you to make a choice. I don't know if the rambling fool is making any kind of damn sense here, but if you find anything useful, do take it. Just still keep hearing the song. Meet me at the crossroads. Dun 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 dun. This is the crossroads. The forked road is the crossroad. There's someone in there waiting for you. Something inside you wants your attention. Something inside you wants your attention, whether it's an ancestor, whether it's an aspect of the self, whether it's your higher self, your future self, your inner child, source. Someone is waiting for you on the inside of you. They have answers. You don't have to cross your fingers and hope to die. Damned if I do or damned if I don't. You don't have to cross your fingers. Whoever's waiting for you have the plan. The engineer is here. They have the plan. They have the ability. They have the creative resources, the creative energy, the creative input, output, the creative design, the solution, the ultimate solution. It's not here, for emotional gain. It's not inside you for emotional gain. It has nothing to prove. What do they need? I My mic is over here. Deep diver, diving into a task. What do you need? You need to dive into the task. You need to dive and go into your inner temple. That's you. Your body is your temple. This is the first temple, okay? Is your body, your Aries, your one, your identity, your body. This body you see on this camera, okay? Your temple. You need to go in and you need to set some intentions, intentional intentionality. You need to set some intentions to set your eye, because this is making me think of what I was explaining about how the light, and how that beam, crescent beam, and then the shooting light. That's the shooting light. That's the beam and the eye, the light, the sun of your soul that's shining. It's showing you, it has information. You have to take and set intentions to go in, to meditate. There's answers there everywhere. Look at the creation, all the needles. Like, these are all needles. They're not needles in a haystack. They're not just sitting piled up. They're sitting there as antennas, ready to receive, ready to be worked through, ready to dive into, ready to orchestrate or help you come into the sabotaging ways that you may have, or the critical ways that you have, or the demoralizing relationships that you allow yourself to be into. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to set some intentions, because those antennas within the spiritual realms and the etherical realms within you, because it's in you, can create the tapestry. I want to know what's on the other side. Can we find out what's on the other side? Don't judge me. I want to know what's on the other side, because there's something good on the other side. If you can just really just take your time and go ahead and meditate, seek out the answers that you need to seek the proper counsel that you need to, counsel. Don't go. You look. You need a plumber because you got a serious situation. You need a mechanic because you got a serious situation. Don't go getting no bootleg. Because that bootleg, you taking a chance, and you got your fingers like, I hope this thing. I don't know if I'm making any sense, fam, but I'm just bringing how it's coming how it's coming through. I want to know what's on the other side if you retreat. You want me to go there, or you want to go to both decks? The other one's over there, the masters, because I did say something about the masters, right? The divine masters, the ascended masters, and the master teachers. Ascended masters are those that have already transitioned from their physical body to the etherical body. There's no longer a physical body. I mean, they could have came back in another body by now, but they're not who you thought they was anymore. Anywho, um, and the master teachers are those that are living now. Like, I'm a master teacher. I just haven't figured out my formula yet. But anywho, I have infinite information. However, uh, Sister Myra, master teacher, Dick Gregory, master teacher. No, Dick Gregory is an ascendant teacher now, excuse me. Bobby Hemmett, you know what I'm saying, master teacher. Ashra Kwesi, master teacher. Queen of Queen Akufa. I never could say her name. Master teachers. Okay. Brother Honk, master teacher. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many more out there. My brain is just on a fart. But anywho, the ascendants are those that once taught, but now they have ascended. The master teachers are the ones that are physically here still. Okay. Anywho, am I getting the deck? Check. Okay, that's how they said it. Check. So that's a yes. I have to say this, there's an alternate route. Someone here is planning something to go somewhere, and there's a need for an alternate route. Have more than one plan of action if you're traveling. Have more than one plan of action if you're traveling. Have an alternative route, a detour route. It may be necessary. I'm hearing don't depend on internet service. GPS may lead you down the wrong road. Okay? I'm just a messenger. Okay? I'm just a messenger. I'm just a channel for the divine, our ancestors, your higher selves, and different aspects of you that communicate with me. Oh, I put that in the wrong place. Thank you for the reminder, y'all. Oh, shit. Just because I'm a spiritualist, conscious being, don't mean I don't have a potty mouth and don't mean I don't have physical habits. Okay? Anywho. And I can't stand when the spiritualists act like they just all prim and proper and just all bullshit. You in your closet doing your thing, whatever. Whatever. That's why on my Moonlight Truth Tarot, it's going to be what it's going to be. I ain't trying to, no. If I'm stuck, if I'm not sure, if I'm itching, if I'm irritated, if my ego is having it good, it's going to be. Period. It's the best way to be. It's called integration. Embodiment, full embodiment, acceptance of oneself, of one's good, one's dark, one. It's not all of what they make it out to be. You don't have to get rid of anything of who you are. You just can't let it control you through your emotions. You cannot let it control you through your emotions. The lower polarities, the trauma part of your emotions. You work through it with your intellectual higher self, intuition of your emotions, your God righteous emotion, not the worldly trauma, physical, mundane emotion. They said they wanted me to clarify the difference between the two. Let's see what divine masters want to come forward. There was something else. I just can't recall. I'm getting old, but I'm not cold, baby. There was something else. The crossroads, the travel. Pay attention to the numbers 1733 or 717. 717, maybe someone's earthborn day, July 17th or 6/17. Refresh. Can't be doing this. Look, see, that's that's the ego part of me, the part that wants to run, my protector. Like, but my higher self, my future self was like, no, we're here to show up. We're here to serve. We're here to do what we got to do, regardless of what it fucking look like. But my egoic protector of me, not the trauma part of me, but the protector part of my ego is like, look, like, why are you here? Like, why are you still talking? Why are you still recording these videos? The people are going to give you the same result. And my higher self come and say, bullshit. No, it's not. Be patient. You'll see. 30 minutes. Bullshit. My God. Oh, God. Let it live. Let it live. That's all it wants to do. It just wants to live. It just wants to be acknowledged. Your shadow just wants to live. It just wants to be acknowledged. It doesn't want to be suppressed. It doesn't want to be separated. It doesn't want to be divided from you. It wants to work for you, with you. The resolution. Could have sworn I saw somebody popped over. Who's coming forward of the divine masters? Divine masters? I'm not going to butcher the name. Rama and Sita, the holy union, soulmate connection, romantic opportunity is on the other side. Look, this is two a lover's energy, two of cups energy through making the choice. This is the antennas, right? Ready to create the holy union, what's inside, the holy union of what's inside you. That's that retreat within that Aquarius Leo that I was speaking of with the halo and the light and the Yabba hut, because that's more personal, that's more intimate compared to the Shaolin temple or the cathedral type Catholic, Roman, whatever temples, which is more within the masses compared to the mud hut. The mud hut, because that's where I kept seeing the glow in the path, the light shining, like the magnifying glass, is to engineer the unity within your soul, the unity within the masculine and feminine principle within you to ignite the inner child, creativity, the soul's purpose within what you are truly here to pursue within your quest. This isn't the absentine linear quest of one's own self desires in this physical world. This is the ultimate quest of the soul connection to grow and develop within one's expression of creative energy. The mini tapestry needles, right? They're everywhere. There's one back there too. But there's an important now, present now importance. And I feel like that's that looking into the looking glass. Alice in Wonderland. Who's here coming forward? Who else? Rama and Sita. Whoa, shit. Gee. That's everybody. That's the angels. Okay, fly angel. Who's the angel message? For my dear loved one on the other side of the video. Baba Yaga. Yaga. Yaba. Yabba 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 the hut. The hut. Yoda the hut. Yaga. I mean, that's real kind of close to me. Baba Yaga. The wise and wild woman. Duality. The witch. This is the acceptance of all of who you are. The light and the dark. The magical, mystical parts of who you are. Within the dimensionality of who you are. Research. I don't know much about. Okay. Research. And then we had, you wanted to come out anyway. Space travels. Commander Ashtar, Starseed, space travel, galactic guides. You have guides with you to take you on this journey, okay? You just have to connect. You just have to set intentions to want and desire to connect, to really reach your fullest potential, to really reach the understanding that you need to understand about who you are as a multi-dimensional being, having the human experience. I just heard encore. Oh, and it progressed. 25, 26. Progression within change, the balance of the change of your path, soul's path, that then brings you into balance of service. And the balance of service equals provisions because it's 8. Numerology, supreme mathematics, a little bit of that talk for those that don't know. But anywho, that is all I have for my beautiful souls this evening. So yeah, pay attention to your intentions. Pay attention to the retreat, retract energy, or the pull that you may feel, that or those moments when you feel like you're crossing your fingers and you're hoping like, oh, I hope this works out, because that is going to be a signal, an alarm to let you know to make another choice. Detour, that's not it. Okay, there's something else. Let's retreat, let's retract, let's connect to ourselves, to our guides, and say, okay, what is the best choice and decision for where I'm at with my situation right now? What is the direction? What is the solution? Okay. Um, and don't forget, for those that are traveling, make sure you have an alternative plan of action. And until next time, I'm Mama Soul Lily. I'm going to take that damn Lily off of her head. Anywho, Soul Lily, but Mama Soul. Anywho, thank you for sharing your space with me. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Hit that bell notification so you know when I upload. And maybe one day I can get some participants and go live. Anywho, who wants to be on live with me? I don't know. It might be some people that want to be on live with me. Anywho, till then, ciao.